Good morning, sir.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm fine, sir. How are you?
Yes, fine.
Yes. So, sir, can you tell your name and experience?
I am Yashwant Gharpure. I was born on 3rd of April 1934 at Nagpur. And I passed my BSc from University of Bombay and then BSc Tech in Chemical Engineering from Nagpur University, Lakshmi Narayan Institute of Technology. The last job I did was as a managing director of Hindustan Antibiotics Limited, Pimpri, Pune. Over last 33 years, I am doing consultancy from conception to commissioning and help in marketing, mainly in pharma and chemical field.
That's great, sir. So, sir, what do you think about this webinar and how this webinar helps people?
The webinar, although it was almost 3 years, but I never felt the time, only when at the end I looked at my watch, which meant that it was keeping my attention focused all the time on very interesting presentation on a subject which is very close to India, because India is a major exporter to USA. And if Indian pharma has to export to USA, they must comply with the US FDA requirements. And this webinar was educational and informative to orient Indian pharmaceutical companies, including consultants like me, who, who advises the pharmaceutical company, to understand the requirements, the intricacies, and how they can be overcome with expertise like your company.
Wonderful, sir. And, sir, what do you think about the speaker, Mr. Waghela, and the way he teaches during the webinar?
I had partly already answered that question with my submission that although it went for 3 hours, I never felt that it was 3 hours. Till the end, I looked at the watch, which meant he was keeping my attention completely focused with a very complex subject explained in a very simple language with examples and very interesting anecdotes.
Okay, that's great, sir. And what do you think about gifting this webinar as an employee to employee as an incentive for good work?
Uh, it could be a good gift provided the concerned person is working in that field. So those who work with me and are involved in advising USA and the USFDA requirement, if they have to comply their facilities to meet the stringent requirements of USFDA, then certainly if I give this or this audio to them, it will be helpful to them to perform better in their job.
That's great, sir. And, sir, do you think all the concepts were covered efficiently and explained properly? CFR Part 11, Annex 11, data integrity.
Through the entire 21 by 11 requirements and explain the intricacies involved. For example, if before I think 1997, these provisions were not applicable, if I remember correctly,
Yes, sir.
and subsequently they are applicable. So how to handle the transition between the past record and the future record? How to handle multiple access and yet be compliant, So many intricacies were explained in great detail and in a very simple and understandable language.
That's great, sir. And sir, do you think online webinars are helpful for people to learn from their home while they do not have to worry about travel expense or anything else, and they can learn from their comfort from their home?
Actually, COVID-19 had changed the entire way business is conducted, and many companies have switched over to working from home model, particularly in the IT field. But I am told in many other manufacturing companies also were able to do their business, particularly sales, marketing, after sale assistance, etc. areas, uh, guide, attend to complaints, give quotations, give clarifications, interact with the clients, and do business. So I think doing business after the unlocking of the lockout is going to be totally different. And the webinar is in line with this, meeting the requirements of this new way of doing business that is emerging after the COVID-19 uh, lockout period.
Okay, thank you so much, sir, for your elaborate explanation. Sir, is there anything else you want to add?
You see that I am always concerned with the deficit in import export of India to the tune of USD $170 billion. And when I analyze this, I find that the Indian exports are low value added products like iron ores, agro products, garments, cut diamonds, and even the Reliance petro product export is only toll charges that they collect. They import the crude and distill and take the cuts and export the cuts. There is hardly any value addition. Whereas our imports are high value items, like in the electronics, like precision machinery. Now, I always give an example that if we export iron ore 10 tons, we get a realization of less than rupees. And when we import a Rafale plane, it is also 10 tons in weight. But what we pay per plane is 1,600 crores. And why this increase from 1 lakh for 10 tons to 1,600 crores for the Rafale plane of the same weight is because of the technological inputs which go into making the plane. And in this connection, among other export items that I mentioned, pharma is one area where there is a better value addition. And the best value addition in pharma is exports to USA. But then those exports are highly stringent in requirements of GMP, and that is where the US FDA and the webinar will educate the future exporters to USA as to how to meet these stringent requirements and yet export to USA with substantial value addition. Uh, Fortunately, although our exports are low value, labor oriented, and our imports are high value, technology oriented, we do not feel the pinch because we get around 100 and around $75 billion worth of remittances from abroad. But that also again is manual export of men and their remittances. And the balance $75 billion we get from export of IT products. But there again, it is again manpower, software development. Although we are doing $75 billion worth of business, but in spite of all the expertise with TCS and Wipro, We have still not developed a software worth the name which the global has accepted. Globally, it has accepted. So again, it is a manpower. So whether it is export or it is manpower, whether and that is why it is very useful.
That's great, sir. And sir, what is your opinion on live webinar is better than recorded webinars?
Live is good always because then people can uh, not only answer question at the end of the webinar, but even during the presentation, they can raise the hand and the speaker can stop and they can either put it on a chat box, his query, or even also speak out, and it can be answered then and there. Because in a long webinar of 3 hours, if the question answer is tailored for the end, people are likely to forget the queries that they had in between. So this cannot happen if it is a YouTube recorded webinar.
And sir, do you think the answers were the questions were answered correctly and efficiently?
Of course, they were answered. First of all, I found that there were very few but intelligent questions, but not many questions because the webinar itself was highly informative and presented in a way so that people can understand this complex subject very easily.
Wonderful, sir. And sir, why would you recommend this webinar to others?
The whole of my submission since beginning is the recommendation because I have highlighted all the points which are useful to the pharma industry in general and those who want to export to USA in particular.
That's great, sir. And sir, how was the coordination of Nemo training?
Pardon?
How was the coordination from Nemo training?
From?
Nemo trainings.
Very good. Uh, I register myself at a perhaps at a short notice. I don't remember exactly, but I got all the communications and I was able to join uh, with ease.
Okay, thank you so much, sir, for your valuable feedback and your time.
No, it has been a pleasure attending the webinar, and even more importantly, talking to Bagelaji, subsequently on phone also. And he is a thorough gentleman and a very knowledgeable person. And I will like to continue our association for mutual benefit.
That's great, sir. Thank you so much and have a nice day.
Thank you.